do your ears soon as well, okay? Hello and welcome to the very first yoga class on the Holistic Hippie YouTube channel. I'm so excited to do this and just to make this practice more accessible to more people. So if you like what we're doing here, please subscribe, share, comment, send me all the love. Let's get started. We'll begin seated. Just crossing the legs, one shin in front of the other, moving extra flesh from sit bones. Then rooting down into the mat, lengthening and growing your spine tall and softening your chin in towards your chest so the crown of the head extends to the sky. And let's soften the eyes here. And just start to connect with your breath. We're moving into a powerful new decade and new year. And so connecting with ourselves is one of the most grounding practices that we can do to really set us up for a year of being awake and intentional. Follow the breath in and out through your nose. Allowing any other thoughts and feelings to just fade into the background. Allowing yourself to be here now. Dismissing all other distractions or sounds. Anything that the senses observe in this time, just let it pass, let it fade. And a big breath in through the nose. Inside out through the mouth. Again, breathing in and out. Last time, in and out. Over here, please, Toby. Come here now. Down, down. Stay. We'll meet in hands and knees. Tucking your toes to provide a little bit of a stretch for the backs of the feet or the soles of the feet. And be sure to have your knees under your hips and your wrists underneath your shoulders. Go lie down. From here, begin to sit back, your sit bones towards your heels. Just feel the feet stretch out. And then walk your arms just a little bit longer, finding a nice child's pose, but we won't stay here. On your inhale, start to lift your hips and shift them forward. Letting your hips get heavy. Noticing your shoulders and see if you can drop them down away from your ears. The elbows might bend here. Exhale, shift your hips back. You can walk the arms a little wider than the shoulders to allow the chest to sink a little deeper. On your next inhale, look forward, lift the hips and shift forward, lowering hips and shoulders. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. From here, root down into the hands and begin to lift the knees and send the hips back for your first downward facing dog. Allow the knees to bend generously. And maybe start to bring some movement into the head and the neck. You might even step forward just a little bit with your feet. Keeping knees as soft as they need to be, or maybe bending one knee and then the other.
Just notice what the sensations are as they arrive in your body, any pinching or pulling or burning or stretching or lengthening or whatever it is that you're feeling. Just be aware. Looking always for feedback as we reconnect with the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Press into your thumb and your index finger and roll your shoulders away from your neck. You should feel that most of the weight is not necessarily forwards into the hands, but back into the feet. So you might have to bend your knees in order to get there. That's okay. Eventually, over time, hamstrings will become a little bit longer. Legs might get a little straighter. On your next breath in, look forward and begin to walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of your mat. As we breathe in, hands come to shins. Press the arms to straight, lift to a straight spine. Ardha Uttanasana. Shoulders slide back. Your knees might soften and your hip bones might lift a little. Exhale, fold, bringing your belly to your thighs. So for most of us, this is quite a deep bend to the knees to get this hinge in half from the hips. Being sure to avoid being here. This just overstretches the low back area. The intention of a forward fold is to hinge from the hips, but the hips aren't really hinging here. So in order to find that, we soften the knees and we bring belly to thighs. Let's find that fold from the hips. So looking at our forward fold really to happen from the hips to the knee. Inhale, hands to shins. Ardha Uttanasana, half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, belly to thighs. Toby, go lie down. Go on. Inhale, lift halfway, hold here. Bring hands to hips. Lift your gaze and rise all the way up to the top. So move through a little bit of a flow together, turning your palms to face the front. Look down, lift and spread your toes and really ground down into the feet, softening the knees and lifting the low belly, tucking the tail. Inhale, arms rise. Lift your gaze to follow your fingers. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to shins, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back with the right foot. Right knee comes down, gaze comes up. Fingertips might be on the mat or maybe on your left knee. Find your breath. Sliding left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, plant your hands and step forward. Half lift, hands to shins. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, straight spine. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back with your left foot. Left knee comes down, fingertips might stay grounded or we might walk hands up to the knee. Slide your right hip back, your left hip forward, and sink the hips forward. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, plant the hands and step forward, forward fold. Hands to shins, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to shins, straight spine. Exhale, fold, plant your hands and step back, this time to plank pose. Now if the core feels weak here, let the knees come down, but continue to tuck the tail and think about lifting the spacing between your shoulder blades up. So instead of sinking down into the shoulders, we're getting lots of lift, pressing them out away from the floor. Big breath in. As you exhale, bend your elbows, pull them into your rib cage and come all the way to your belly. Place your palms wider than your shoulders, and then inhale, lift your heart, cobra. Press the tops of the feet down into the mat, lift the knees, and drop the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower, hands beside the ribs, tuck the toes, press back, child's pose. Downward facing dog. Find your breath in and out through the nose. Inhale to look forward. And exhale to step or hop to the top of your mat. Starting to pick up a little bit of pace and build some heat. Hands to shins. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, fold forward, leading from the heart. Hands to shins, lift halfway. Straighten your spine, slide your shoulders back, lift your sit bones. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Knees down or straight legs, lower down, elbows to ribs. Untuck the toes, press the tops of the feet down, lift the heart, cobra, breathe in. Exhale, lower down, hands to rib cage, tuck the toes, press back, child's pose, downward facing dog. Now you can skip the child's pose and go right to your downward facing dog. Maybe you press up through plank. Inhale, look forward, and step or hop to the top of your mat. Hands to shins. Inhale, lifting halfway, straight spine. Look down at your big toes so your neck stays straight. Exhale, fold, belly to thighs. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Hands to shins, lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Knees down or straight legs. Inhale, sturdy up your plank, tuck your tail, lift the space between your shoulders, and exhale, slowly, slowly lower. Either halfway, 90 degrees, or all the way to the belly for cobra. Untuck the toes, lower the hips, and lift the heart, either cobra or upward facing dog. Shoulders drop down away from ears. And as you exhale, press back, maybe child's pose, or moving right to your downward facing dog. Toby, go lie down. Lift your right leg, breathe in. And just notice the difference between the legs here. Try to lower your left heel down while lifting your right heel up. Maybe point and flex that right ankle. Now on your breath in, take your right knee and pull it in towards your nose. Shift forward to a high plank. And then step, hop, or help the right foot between the hands. Look back to your back heel and pull it down and in. Arms rise, warrior one. The right shoulder slides back, so we're not opening the shoulders up here. We're trying to align the upper body with the top of the mat. Warrior one, press into the outer edge of your back foot. Lift your inner arch in your back left foot and feel that your right hip is moving back. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Go. Step back, plank pose. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, your left leg rises. So again, see if you can lower right heel while left leg lifts. Point, flex, roll up the ankle. Press equally into both hands. On your inhale, left knee pulls into your nose, round your spine, shift forward, high plank, and step, hop, or help left foot between the hands. Right heel comes down and in. Arms rise, warrior one. So again, slide your left shoulder back. Slide your left hip back. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Making sure that your front knee is not coming inwards towards the center, but it's really pressing to line up with that left hip. Breathe in. And as you exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, flow through, untucking the toes to lift the heart for cobra or kisses. And as you exhale, shift back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, step, hop, or walk your feet to the top of your mat. Forward fold, belly to thighs. Inhale, hands to shins, straight spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take your palms and face them forward. Lift your shoulders up, back, and down. Walk your feet together to touch.
On your next inhale, bend your knees and sink your hips back, sweeping the arms forward and tucking the tail. So pulling low belly in. Nice long spine. Lift your toes, spread them wide, then place them down one by one. All of your weight into your heels. Big breath in. Exhale, fold. Belly to thumbs. Hands to shins. Lift halfway, straight spine. Pull your heart forwards. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step back to plank. Knees down or straight legs. Inhale. Exhale, flow through your vinyasa, untucking your toes for cobra or upward facing dog. Lift your heart, breathe in. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Knee into the belly, round the spine, step, hop or help, right foot between the hands. Pull your back heel down and in. Inhale, arms rise, warrior one. And as we exhale, we're gonna open up the arms to warrior two. And take that back heel, slide it in line with your back pinky toe. So the outer edge of that back foot is now parallel. Now we want shoulders to stack the hips, wrists to stack the ankles. Glance over your left arm, make sure that it's in line with your left shoulder. And then glaze forward. Lifting the heart, drawing shoulders down, and squeezing shoulder blades together. Can you sink a little deeper? Big breath here. Exhale, windmill the arms down. Right hand lands, left hand lands. Lift your back heel and step back to plank. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale to flow through vinyasa. Lifting the heart. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Knee to belly around the spine. Step, hop or help. Left foot between the hands. Back heel, down and in, arms rise. Warrior one. Sliding left shoulder back. As we exhale, open those arms up to warrior two. Glance over your right shoulder. Make sure right wrist is in line with right shoulder. And take your back heel in line with your pinky toe edge. Heart lifts and shoulders lower. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, glance forward, and sink into your left knee. Left knee in line with left hip. Inhale. And exhale, windmill the arms down, plant the hands, lift the back heel, step back to plank. Inhale fully. Exhale, flow through. Lifting your heart for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Hands to shins. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, fold belly to thighs. Sink your hips low and back. Sweep your fingertips forward. Utkatasana, chair pose. Really tuck that tail. So feel the difference in your pelvis between sticking out like this and tucking down like this. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, stand tall. Now look down and lift and spread your left toes. Hands come to prayer. Lift your right heel and turn it inwards to your left ankle. Now you might stay here for tree pose if balance doesn't feel so good today. You might slide your sole of your foot to the left shin or calf. Really think about opening up the hips. So this right knee is pressing outwards, engaging and turning on that right glute. Tuck the tail and lift a little higher, palm into hands. You might, if balance feels okay, take the right hand and help the right foot above the knee, never on top of the knee. Now in this variation, I actually feel like I'm doing more work down here for my glute, so this is where I'm gonna stay. The choice is yours. If you're working on balance, then perhaps you wanna take that foot a little higher. So wherever you are, you keep pressing that right knee outwards, lift your heart. You might challenge your balance by growing those branches up towards the sky. And you can challenge your balance a little further by closing your eyes if you dare. Find your breath. Inhale fully. As we exhale, hands back to heart center. Release that right foot down and roll out the left ankle. Same thing on the other side. Lift and spread the right toes. Lift the left heel and turn it inwards to the right ankle. So again, this is maybe where we stay. Looking at really just finding that balance on that right foot. Soften your balancing knee so it's not locked out. You can use all the muscles around that knee joint in order to find more balance. You might place the sole of the foot on the shin or the calf, tucking the tail and pressing left knee out to the left side. Lift your heart into your hands. You might stay here, or you might use the left hand to lift that left ankle above the knee. Now, wherever you choose to be, continue to press that left knee outward, tuck your tail, and square your hips off so your hips don't open on an angle to that left side. Find your breath. You might stay here, maybe you lift your gaze, or maybe you lift your arms. Finding your breath. Keep tucking the tail. Inhale, hands back to heart center. Exhale, release. Roll out through that right ankle. Move through one more flow just to close off this very, very early into the new year movement session. So step to the top of your mat. Palms face the front. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to shin, straight spine. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, flow through. Lower the hips and lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your knees down. Untuck your toes. Child's pose. Reconnecting to your breath. This is a great introductory flow in order to build heat in the body. Nothing special here. This is very, very basic sun salutation, A and B. Yeah, it's a great thing to just kind of bring your blood flow up a little bit, get your heart rate going a little bit. This is a great thing to practice before some of my more challenging flows. So this kind of be treated sort of like a little bit of a preliminary warm-up just to get the body moving. This is the intention of sun salutations anyways, is really to honor a new day, but also to get the body moving. And so I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for many, many, many more classes, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste. Now are you ready for a walk? Are you ready for a walk?